Hi, I'm Shannon MacArthur, and I read tarot cards and I tell stories and all those other things. And I had a wonderful reading today, and I wanted to share it with you. And it was kind of a spur of the moment, kind of a spread, and I wrote down, what was going on in my head. And it was like, if I could just put my ego aside, um, what would be my path and my goal, and maybe I could break this down and make some sense of it. And what went through my mind was, you can't put your ego aside. It is what it is. It's your vehicle. It kind of like your body. It's what goes with you through your life. So, okay, so I'm going to work with the ego path and goal. And so I pulled three cards for each. And so the first one is the thing, and then do this, and then don't do this. So for ego, the card that came up is the Nine of Earth. And that is a self-portrait by Joanna Paul Colbert, who designed this deck. And she's a magnificent woman. She lives on the west coast of North America, on an island. And she's created this marvelous deck that I've had now for about 5 years, and I don't use any other. And we've got a pretty good relationship. It's very nice. And this card indicates completion and a gracious lady. You've accomplished, 3 of 3 goals or challenges, and you're doing well in life. And I'm thinking, this is a very nice card to have as ego at this point in time in my life. I can live with that. That's very nice. And so the next card was do this, and I really liked it too. And that is Gaia, the world, and I can do that. That's kind of how I feel about the whole thing. So yeah, I can do that. That's the ego thing. I can be that. And this is what I'm not supposed to do. And that is the teacher. And yeah, I'm not real good at that. But I'm really good at telling the things that I've gone through. Um, um, and sending you love that way. You know, mistakes are, no, they're just tries. Yeah, some have to fail, right? Yeah, that's not fail. It's just the path. And that's what we're talking about next, is the path. And it's funny because I just got this card the other day in a similar position. And so this is what I got. I got the star. And she's looking at the magic, the universe reflected in her hands. And I love that card. I want to delve more deep into this card. But it's funny that I would get this card, and I'm wearing white today. I rarely wear white. So this is a very nice card. And then do this. Do this. Bindweed. And this guy has got his head down and covering his ears, and there's all sorts of invasive species around him. And the morning glory is wound him up in bindweed. Well, that's what they call it. I call it morning glory. And that to me, that talks about keep your head down and don't worry about what's going on out there. Be in your own kind of little world. And if I'm supposed to do that, well, I guess I'm not supposed to listen to the naysayers. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, and then the don't do this in the path, I got the 7 of water. And that's committing to a choice. So basically, I'm supposed to stay fluid. I've always said I live on spirit time. It does make for a very interesting life. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and that was the next question, is the goal. Okay, so my goal is the 4 of water. And that's the Glastonbury well. I was there, and I didn't go. I guess I have to go back. But she's sitting and contemplating the water, connecting with Source. And water is an interesting thing that has come up in my awareness just recently. I've been doing water blessings, but casually. And so I think the water is calling. So that may be my goal, is to listen to the water. And the do this in the goal, sunshine sparkling on the waters, the death card that talks about hope. And living on after the wreck. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And the last card in the goal is don't do this. 7 of air, plan. Yeah, well, again, there I go. I'm not supposed to plan where I'm going. It's all going to, Spirit, drive me well, please. I love you. And I love you too. Thank you for listening and coming with me on this little tarot ride.